Along the Atlantic coast, from Maine to Florida, people say mermaids have been seen in the waves. Today, we'll bring 12 of these mermaid legends back to life. Number 1. John Smith's Mermaid. In the early 1600s, while exploring the Chesapeake Bay, Captain John Smith, famous for his role in Jamestown, claimed to have seen something incredible in the water. As his crew navigated the bay, Smith wrote of spotting a figure with a woman's upper body and the lower half of a porpoise. Her long, dark hair glistened in the sunlight, and for a moment, Smith admitted feeling a sense of wonder and curiosity. The legend spread quickly, capturing the imaginations of settlers who were already struggling to survive in the New World. Some claimed it was a trick of the waves, or even a manatee, but Smith's description was so detailed that many believed it had to be real. Sailors whispered that this creature was a sign, either a warning of dangers to come or a blessing from the sea. As more explorers arrived, stories of the mermaid persisted. People talked of her singing on moonlit nights, guiding ships through dangerous waters, or luring them toward hidden shoals. Smith's account became a part of the region's folklore, sparking tales of both hope and caution. Today, historians look back on Smith's writings with curiosity. Whether it was a real creature or a sailor's tall tale, the Mermaid of Chesapeake Bay remains one of the earliest and most intriguing legends of the East Coast. Her story reminds us how even the bravest adventurers found themselves captivated by the unknown. Number 2. Nantucket Merman. In 1714, the remote shores of Great Point, Nantucket, became the setting for a tale that would echo through New England's maritime history. Dutch minister François Valentin recorded the story of a sailor who thought he saw a drowning man thrashing in the surf. Rushing to help, the crew rowed closer, only to watch in shock as the figure dove beneath the waves, revealing a long, powerful tail. Word spread quickly among the whalers and fishermen who called Nantucket home. Many were used to rough seas and odd sightings, but the idea of a merman, a man from the sea, captured their imaginations like nothing else. Sailors whispered that the creature might be a guardian of the deep, watching over their ships and guiding them to safety or to ruin. Over time, the Nantucket Merman took on a life of his own. Some claimed he could predict storms. Others believed he protected the island's fishermen from harm. Children would gather on the beaches, scanning the horizon for a glimpse of the mysterious figure who vanished so quickly that day. Though centuries have passed, the legend still lingers in the salty air of Nantucket. Fishermen sometimes say that when the fog rolls in and the waves crash against the lighthouse, they feel the presence of the merman, forever tied to the history of this rugged island. His story is a reminder that the sea holds more mysteries than we can ever imagine. Number 3. Gloucester Mermaid. In the early days of Gloucester's fishing fleet, rumors spread of a strange encounter that would forever haunt its shores. One misty evening, a group of fishermen claimed to have seen a mermaid clinging to the side of their boat. As they tried to haul her aboard, panic set in when they noticed her hand, delicate but unmistakably human, was unlike anything they'd ever seen. They feared that rescuing her might bring a curse upon their voyage, so in their desperation, they cut her hand clean off. The creature let out a haunting sigh and slipped back into the dark sea, leaving behind only a chilling tail and the severed hand as proof. Word of this incident traveled fast among the town's seafarers, sparking warnings about the dangers of tempting the unknown. The story of the Gloucester Mermaid soon became woven into the town's identity. Sailors would talk of hearing her cries in the wind or feeling her presence during rough seas. Some believed she was seeking revenge, while others thought she simply wanted her lost hand returned. To this day, the legend of the Gloucester Mermaid remains a cautionary tale about respect for the mysteries of the sea. For the people of Gloucester, it's a reminder that even in a world of sturdy boats and brave fishermen, the ocean holds secrets that cannot be tamed. Number 4. Casco Bay Merman. Back in 1673, near the rugged shores of Casco Bay, a Maine fisherman named Miller faced an encounter he would never forget. As he paddled his canoe along the coastline, he spotted something strange in the water, a creature with the upper body of a man and the tail of a great fish. Before he could react, the merman lunged at his boat, nearly tipping him into the churning sea. In a flash of terror and instinct, Miller drew his knife and slashed at the merman, severing its hand. The water turned a deep, unnatural shade of purple as the creature shrieked and disappeared beneath the waves, leaving Miller trembling in his canoe. He returned to shore with the tale, swearing it was the truth. Word of Miller's encounter spread quickly, capturing the imagination of colonists who were still adjusting to life in the New World. Many saw the merman as a warning to respect the waters, while others believed it might have been a trickster spirit or even a protector of the bay. The legend took on a life of its own, passed down from one generation to the next. Today, the story of the Casco Bay Merman lives on as part of Maine's maritime folklore. Fishermen still speak of strange splashes and shapes beneath the waves, wondering if Miller's merman might still lurk in the depths, watching and waiting for another chance to show itself. Number 5. Captain Trots' Mermaid Riot. In the aftermath of the Civil War, Charleston, South Carolina, was a city of secrets and superstition. In 1867, a local apothecary named Dr. William Trot claimed he had a real mermaid on display at his shop, a creature half woman, half fish that had been washed ashore during a storm. Crowds gathered outside, desperate to see the legendary sea creature that had apparently chosen their city as its resting place. As days passed, rumors spread that the mermaid was cursed and that her captivity was causing a relentless rain to fall over Charleston. Locals feared that unless the mermaid was set free, the city would be swallowed by the sea. The tension reached a breaking point one stormy night when a mob of sailors and freedmen stormed Dr. Trot's shop, demanding the creature's release. The riot that followed was unforgettable. Windows shattered, fish tanks toppled, and live fish flopped across the floor. Witnesses later claimed to see a shadow slip into the water as the rain finally stopped, convinced the mermaid had returned to the sea. Newspapers called it the Mermaid Riot, and the tale spread far beyond Charleston's streets. Today, Captain Trot's Mermaid Riot is remembered as one of Charleston's strangest stories, a tale of a city on the edge, desperate for hope in a time of hardship. Whether it was a trick of the light or a clever hoax, the legend still haunts Charleston's rainy nights and curious minds. Number 6. Pamakquatti Mermaids. Farther north, along the rocky shores of Maine, the Pamakquatti people have long told stories of the Nahwas, mermaid-like sisters who dared to swim in forbidden waters. According to legend, These two girls defied their parents by venturing too far from the safety of the river, slipping between the boundaries of the human world and the realm of the spirits. As punishment for their disobedience, the sisters were transformed into water beings, half woman, half fish, with long black hair and shining silver bracelets. The Nehwas spent their days weaving among the reeds and the shallows, sometimes guiding canoes to safety, other times hiding from curious eyes. Their beauty and mystery became a warning and a wonder, reminding everyone of the river's power. Over time, fishermen and travelers claimed to hear soft singing drifting across the water or glimpsed graceful shapes beneath the waves. These moments, both eerie and enchanting, tied the people of Maine to their natural world and the legends that gave it life. Today, the Nehwas still haunt the rivers and coves of Maine's coast, their story passed down from one generation to the next. Whether seen as protectors or tricksters, they remind us that even the calmest waters can hide secrets, and every journey can lead us to places where the human and the mythical meet. Number 7. Mermaid Point. Long ago, in the misty waters of the Cape Fear River, sailors whispered of a place they called Mermaid Point. According to legend, 18th century traders navigating the river at dawn sometimes spotted a beautiful woman with flowing hair sitting on a rock at the water's edge. She would comb her hair slowly, humming a haunting tune that drifted through the fog, sending chills through even the bravest of seafarers. Some said she was a spirit of the river, luring sailors to their doom if they stared too long. Others believed she was a gentle guardian, warning them of shifting currents and hidden shoals. Old maps even marked the spot as Mermaid Point, a caution to wary travelers who knew the river could be as treacherous as it was beautiful. One story told of a merchant ship that vanished near the point after its captain defied the warnings of the locals. Days later, pieces of the ship washed ashore, tangled with seaweed and broken timbers. Sailors claimed they heard the mermaid's song echoing in the wind that night, a sad farewell to the lost crew who should have heeded her warning. Today, Mermaid Point remains part of Cape Fear's lore, a place where river and sea meet in a swirl of mystery. Even now, fishermen speak of seeing a flicker of movement on the rocks at sunrise, wondering if the mermaid still keeps watch over the waters she calls home, her melody forever woven into the currents of the Cape Fear River. Number 8. Tom's River Mermaid. In 1869, a fisherman named Silas Wright returned from his nets on Tom's River with a tale that set the town abuzz. He claimed that in the early morning light he'd spotted a figure rising from the water, a woman with long sea-green hair and scales that shimmered like silver. Her eyes, he said, were bright as lanterns, and her voice carried a soft, eerie melody that seemed to drift right into his very soul. Word spread fast, and soon, curiosity seekers lined the riverbanks hoping to catch a glimpse. Some said they saw her dancing on the surface, while others swore she was only a trick of the mist. Silas insisted it was real. He'd seen her face to face and felt her gaze in his bones, a moment that would haunt him for the rest of his life. The legend grew, with rumors that the mermaid brought either good luck or disaster. When fish were plentiful, townsfolk thanked the mermaid. When nets came up empty, they blamed her wrath. For years, her presence was tied to the town's fortunes, a reminder that nature's gifts came with a price that no one could predict. Today, the Tom's River Mermaid lives on in local stories, a piece of the town's history that connects past to present. Every time the mist rolls in, folks still wonder if she might appear again, singing her song and watching over the waters that gave her life, her tale drifting on the current like a reminder of the mysteries that still wait beneath the surface. Number 9. Ponobscot Murfolk. Long before Europeans arrived on the rocky shores of Maine and New Brunswick, the Penobscot and Maliseet people spoke of water spirits known as Lampakuniwak. These merfolk were said to dwell in the deep pools of rivers and bays, where the currents danced in strange patterns, with bodies that shimmered like fish, but faces as kind as humans. They were known to lure travelers with songs only the pure of heart could hear. According to tribal elders, the Lampakuniwak were not always dangerous. Sometimes they helped lost hunters find their way home, or guided fishermen toward bountiful catches. But if someone disrespected the waters, by taking more than they needed, or by cursing the rivers, these spirits could become vengeful, leading the disrespectful deep into the currents, where air could not follow. One story tells of a young hunter who was rescued by a Lampakuniwak after he fell through the ice. She cradled him in her arms, warming him until he awoke, only to vanish in a swirl of silver scales before he could thank her. The tale spread, reminding people to honor the rivers and to always treat the land and its unseen spirits with respect. Today, the Lampakuniwak remain an important part of Penobscot and Maliseet culture, their stories shared during long winter nights and summer gatherings alike. Even now, when the river mist rises and the water glitters under the moon, some say the Lampakuniwak still watch over their people, guardians of the waterways that have sustained generations. Number 10. Lordship Mermaids. In the late 1800s, the small coastal community of Lordship near Stratford, Connecticut, buzzed with tales of a mermaid sighting that no one could quite explain. Fishermen returning from Long Island Sound reported seeing a woman's figure gliding through the waves, her long hair trailing like seaweed behind her. They claimed her eyes shone with the light of the moon itself. At first, some thought it was just the play of light on the water, but the stories grew too numerous to ignore. One evening, a fisherman named Daniel Hale swore he saw her resting on the rocks near his boat, combing her hair and singing softly. When he called out, she slipped into the sea, leaving only a ripple and a song that faded on the breeze. The legend spread, with townsfolk wondering if she was a spirit of the Sound, a lost soul searching for her sailor love, or a guardian of the sea's bounty. Children whispered that if you left a seashell on the shore, the mermaid might grant you a wish, though most were too scared to try. Today, the story of the Lordship Mermaid lives on as a local curiosity, a reminder of the thin line between sea and shore. Even now, when the tide is just right and the moonlight dances on the waves, some claim they see her watching, her song a gentle echo from a time when the sea held more secrets than answers. Number 11. Lenape Riverwoman. Long before European settlers claimed the shores of the Hudson River, known to the Lenape people as Shatmuck, the Lenape elders spoke of a river woman who watched over the waters. She was said to appear on misty mornings, her long hair flowing like the current itself. Her half-fish, half-human form would emerge near the banks to sing songs that only the most respectful could hear. She was no trickster. Her song was one of guidance and protection, warning fishers and travelers of sudden storms or dangerous rapids Those who honored her were blessed with safe journeys and plentiful catches, while those who ignored her were met with bad luck, or worse. Some elders told of a young man who mocked her song, only to vanish beneath the waves before the sun set. Over time, European settlers heard whispers of the Riverwoman and added their own interpretations. Some said she was a lost soul seeking revenge. Others thought she was a spirit of nature, defending her river from overfishing and pollution. Her legend merged with colonial fears and hopes, blending cultures into one enduring mystery. Today, along the Hudson's winding banks, the story of the Lenape Riverwoman lives on. Her legend serves as a reminder to respect the waters and honor the spirits that dwell within them. Fishermen still pause at dawn to listen for her song, hoping to earn her blessing before setting sail. Number 12. The Rowan Oak Siren. On the windswept shores of North Carolina's Outer Banks, long after the lost colony vanished, a new tale took root, a tale of the Rowan Oak Siren. Locals say she appeared near the spot where English settlers once tried to build a new world. Her song carried on the same winds that once carried the colonists' hopes. Fishermen claimed they first saw her after a storm, gliding between the waves with hair as golden as the sand dunes. Her song was sweet but mournful, calling out to any who would listen. Some believed she was a spirit of one of the missing colonists, transformed by the sea into something not quite human, forever bound to the coast. Others thought she was a guardian of the waters, protecting the secrets of Roanoke's fate from those who dared to search too deeply. They said she could calm the roughest seas or summon storms with a single note, depending on the hearts of those who approached her. Her presence was both a warning and a promise, a reminder of the thin line between hope and mystery. Today, the Rowan Oak Siren still haunts the imagination of the Outer Banks. When the moon rises high and the waves turn silver, beachgoers swear they hear her song on the wind. Her legend endures as a part of North Carolina's history, a story that ties the fate of the lost colony to the endless depths of the Atlantic. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.